Louise. Good evening, everyone. My name's Neil. So, I don't have sepsis. I've got something much worse. I've got a micropenis. Medical definition, anything under 2 inches. So it's kind of that big, or smaller. I mean, it's not all bad. I mean, you can get aroused and no one can really tell. In fact, I'm aroused now. See? Nothing to see. And particularly by that gentleman there in the first row in the grey t-shirt. What's your name, sir? Tom. I bet you're no Tom Thumb, are you? What a hottie. So, 3 years ago, my wife came out as polyamorous. I really don't like sharing. My worst nightmare is going for tapas. I just hate it. Like, all this really nice food, you've got to share it with some other twats. Fuck that. Yeah, so the sharing thing doesn't really work for me. Now, I don't know if any of you have been to the library recently, but you can respond. It's a bit like talking to yourself, isn't it, really? Anyway, they started doing this thing called a library of things. So it's not just books, you can get things like power tools, sanders and power drills and ladders and all sorts of things. And apparently there's a guy called Pete who took my wife and a patio cleaner on Tuesday and it's due back on Friday. I just hope it does the decent thing and cleans it down before giving it back. I really hope it does that. Anyway, so back to the micropenis. So God was having a laugh, wasn't he? You know, he's given me this big body. He's also given me massive bollocks. So basically I'm packing lots of ammunition and I've got to try and get it through a little cap gun. I don't know what he was thinking about. I mean, the other day I was doing a bit of wallpaper papering, and I ran out of wallpaper paste. So it did come in handy there. I mean, it took a while to fill up the bucket, but it was quicker than going to B&Q. Anyway, so I think the wife might have come out as polyamorous because of the micropenis. So obviously the holes south of here were a bit too big for the little chap. So we had to experiment. So we started off with the belly button, but there was a bit of protruding skin, so it was a bit like jousting with two cocks, a bit like that, so that didn't really work very well. So we tried the ear hole. Oh, I'm sorry. But that was just a bit waxy. And there's those little hairs in there, which was a bit kind of off-putting as well. So we settled on the nostrils. And it was great when she had a cold. It just went in and out. Oh, it felt, you can laugh, but it felt amazing. If I was lucky, I'd sometimes get a blowjob. But it was a bit like, do you know when you've got that last bit of spaghetti? You want to get it out and you go... It was a little bit like that. So, anyone here being catfished? By the laughter, I think some of you may have done. Anyway, I'm the catfish. Not because of this, that's rude, you know, hopefully it looks okay. No, because I don't mention the little chap in my online profile. So I hinted it. So I say, there's these standard prompts. One of the standard prompts is, dating me is, and I sort of say, a little surprising? So it doesn't give the whole story, but it kind of hints at it. So anyway, if the date's going well and things are getting a little bit steamy, I always like to set expectations. I say, well, you know, it's a little bit, you know, the surprise is a little bit small. And they're always like, oh, don't worry about it. It's not the size that matters. It's what you do with it. So great, you know, I feel a bit better now. So it's time for the big, well, actually small reveal. So the little chap comes out and she's like, what the hell do you expect me to do with that? And I'm like, do you need a candle for your birthday cake? So some people are now using the online dating apps to find a job. Me too. And job. Hello, job. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, I'm looking for an opening too. Just a really small one. So I've tried dating in real life as well. No more luck. So I thought, you know, where are the really fit women going to be? So I thought, oh yeah, I know, CrossFit. You know, and the women there are incredibly fit. You know, they're doing this like 4 or 5 times a day, or even a week, or whatever, some unit of time. So they've got, you know, they've got amazing bodies. They've got like massive shoulders. They've got no boobs. They've got no bum. So they're just basically like rectangular. So they remind me just too much of like SpongeBob SquarePants, or a piece of toast. So, I mean, these poor women, like half the time, you know how windy it is in Brighton and Hove? Half the time these women can't actually get out the door because they just get blown over with the wind. And I find them on the floor and I try and, you know, I try to be courteous and try and help them up. But they just fall down. It's just impossible with the wind, so they just have to wait for a calm day. So, I mean, I'm not even, you know, I said about the boobs and stuff, I'm not even a big boob man. I mean, they look great in their baskets. You know, don't get me wrong, they look great. The problem is that when they come out in their baskets, it's a bit like playing with 2 slinkies at the same time. And it's a lot of fun, but yeah, it does get a bit tiring after a while. And they just got to go back in the baskets, I think. Thank you for listening. I bet you're all wondering whether I do actually have a micro penis or not. I don't. It's so much smaller than that.